Hi, my name is Glenn Buck. I'm a professor of special education at Lynchburg College in Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm here today dressed in my tennis outfit, probably wondering why, but somehow I'm going to convey to you what I think happens with children who are chronic stutterers when an adult says something like, "Stop and think of what you want to say, kid," or "Stop and just slow down. If you just slow down, you won't have this problem." Now, I need to point out I am not a speech pathologist. I am a special educator, but I was also a severe stutterer until I was age 24, at which time I went through a program called Precision Fluency Shaping, and it's a biofeedback program. And I know that today it's somewhat controversial, but boy, it sure had a great impact on my life, and I'm a lot more fluent today than I was before I went through the program. So let me give you my rendition of what happens. When a young child is learning how to speak, oftentimes, relating it here to holding a tennis racket, this speaking is trying to hit the ball. Well, all children hold the racket wrong. In other words, these muscles and the muscle pattern movements are not there yet. The kids just don't know how to get it done correctly. And a lot of it's a maturation issue. So every kid sort of holds the racket like this incorrectly, and over time, developmentally, they learn how to turn the muscle patterns around so that they can hit the ball or speak correctly. But what happens, for whatever reason, some kids become chronic stutterers. They never learn how to correct that muscle pattern, or the maturation process never occurs. So they continue to try to hit the ball or to speak, and their muscle movement patterns continue to be incorrect. When the adult stops the child and says, "Stop, think of what you want to say," or "Stop, just slow down. If you slow down, you'll be able to say it." And I've even had, one time I had a music teacher who said, "If you just sing it, it'll come out okay." Yeah, right. I was going to go through my life singing. I don't think so, even though I do sing. But anyway, it's a whole other story. Okay, so the adult stops the child from speaking and says, "Just stop and slow down." This is what happens. The adult wants the child to correct those muscle movement patterns, but the child doesn't know how, or is not able to, because of some kind of neuroenergy problem here. And so what ends up happening is, instead of turning the racket, turning this correctly, the child ends up doing this, because the child tries to cannot correct the muscles movements, then try to cope with the added stress. So you get this sort of thing where the fluency becomes a lot worse. So while the adult was very well intentioned, it doesn't result in better fluency. It oftentimes makes it worse. Hope that was helpful. Bye-bye.